In this video, we'll be taking a look at 6 National League MLB games happening on April 8, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 12 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 6 National League MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Milwaukee Brewers versus Cincinnati Reds. Milwaukee and Cincinnati, fierce rivals in the National League Central, are set to begin a crucial 4-game series starting on Monday night. The Brewers are coming off a commanding 12-4 victory over Seattle at home on Sunday, showcasing their offensive prowess. Meanwhile, the Reds suffered a 3-1 defeat at the hands of the Mets in their last outing at home. The Brewers may face challenges in this upcoming matchup. Although pitcher Aaron Ashby holds a record of 0-1, his impressive earned run average of 3 suggests he's poised for a standout performance. However, Milwaukee's offense, which averages 4.14 runs per game this season, is unlikely to reach that mark against a strong Reds team. Cincinnati, averaging 5.1 runs per game, is expected to capitalize on opportunities against Ashby. Aaron Ashby is returning to the mound for the first time since 2022 following shoulder surgery that sidelined him for the entire previous season. His performance in this comeback game remains uncertain. On the other side, Graham Ashcraft, despite being inconsistent in his early seasons, benefits from pitching at home with solid offensive support. Given Ashby's recovery status, Cincinnati holds an advantage, so the Cincinnati Reds money line is our full game side pick. In their 6 meetings last season, these teams averaged just 4.3 combined runs per game, including 3 shutout games. This year, Milwaukee's games have trended towards the over, going 4-4, while the Reds' games lean towards the over at 6-3, though they went under in their recent series. Milwaukee has displayed offensive explosiveness in spots but has scored 4 runs or less in 5 games this season. Similarly, Cincinnati has struggled offensively in recent outings, scoring 4 runs or less in 4 of their last 5 games. Remarkably, the under has hit in the last 7 matchups between these teams. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Mets versus Atlanta Braves. Monday marks the beginning of a fresh week in Major League Baseball, and one of the notable matchups is a divisional showdown between the New York Mets and the Atlanta Braves. The Mets, currently standing at 3-6 and in 3rd place in the National League East, will face the Braves, who are leading the division with a record of 6-2. Both teams have shown strong performance lately. The Mets have won 3 of their last 4 games, while the Braves are on a streak of 3 consecutive victories. Despite this, these teams are currently in different tiers, and I'm inclined to favor the Braves with a 1.5 run advantage. The recent success of the Mets can be attributed to their pitching, which has propelled them to win 3 out of their last 4 games. However, the outcome of each game depends heavily on the starting pitchers. I'm not confident in Julio Teheran's ability to deliver a stellar performance against the dynamic Braves offense. Teheran had a lackluster season last year with the Brewers, sporting a mediocre 4.4 earned run average and 1.13 WHIP. This doesn't set him up favorably for his season debut, especially considering Atlanta's strong historical performance against him with a .271, .304, and .457 slash line in 129 at-bats. It's uncertain what we can expect from Julio Teheran, whereas Charlie Morton has consistently excelled despite his age. The Braves have been the most potent offensive team in the early stages of the season and are likely to continue their impressive performance. Players like Ronald Acuna Jr., who boasts a 4-for-6 record with a home run against the Mets, and Marcell Ozuna with a 1.024 OPS in 53 at-bats, further strengthen Atlanta's position. Therefore, the Atlanta Braves to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. New York's bullpen has been decent this season, ranking 11th in earned run average and 12th in WHIP. In contrast, Atlanta's bullpen ranks 5th in earned run average and 3rd in WHIP. Charlie Morton's pitching prowess has historically limited the Mets to a .222, .291, and .345 slash line over 194 at-bats. Additionally, the Mets offense has struggled significantly at the start of the year, ranking 28th in team batting average and dead last in OPS after 9 games. games. Both teams have showcased impressive pitching this season, with the Mets ranking 5th in baseball with a team earned run average of 2.71 and the Braves ranking 12th with a team earned run average of 3.73. Despite their pitching strengths, both lineups have been aggressive at the plate this season, with the Mets ranking 16th in walks and the Braves tied for 26th. Considering these factors, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Philadelphia Phillies versus St. Louis Cardinals. The Philadelphia Phillies have been close to clinching their first World Series since 2008 in the last 2 seasons. With a roster filled with star players, they have the potential to bounce back from their slow start and position themselves for another shot at the Fall Classic. On Monday, they kick off a series against the intriguing St. Louis Cardinals, a team with the talent to rival any in the National League Central. However, given their poor performance in 2023, predicting their outcome this season is a challenge. The Phillies are riding momentum after winning 2 out of 3 games against the Nationals over the weekend. Similarly, the Cardinals clinched their last series, though it was against a struggling Marlins team that has only managed 1 win this season. The Cardinals have struggled to score, tallying 3 or fewer runs in 3 of their last 4 games. Spencer Turnbull had an impressive debut for the Phillies, holding the Reds to just 1 unearned run in 5 innings. In contrast, Cardinals starter Miles Mikolas has had a rough start, allowing 7 runs over 10.1 innings in his first 2 outings. Historically, Mikolas has struggled against the Phillies, with a career earned run average of 4.54 and a 2-3 record against them. On paper, the Phillies boast a stronger lineup and rotation compared to St. Louis. However, with the advantage of playing at home, the Cardinals are considered slight favorites for this matchup, despite Philadelphia dominating recent head-to-head meetings with a 7-3 record in their last 10 encounters. In their 6 games in St. Louis over the past 2 seasons, the Phillies have emerged victorious 4 times, outscoring the Cardinals by a combined score of 25-20. With Mikolas struggling early this season, this presents an opportunity for Philadelphia to build early season momentum, so the Philadelphia Phillies money line is our full game side pick. Looking at their recent history, the over-under has favored the under in 6 out of 10 matchups, but last season's games between them saw a total of 52 runs scored across 6 games, averaging close to 9 runs per game. The Phillies have had mixed results with the over in their last 10 games, scoring an average of 5 runs per game over their last 5 outings. Conversely, the Cardinals have seen the over hit in 4 out of their last 10 games, and after allowing 16 runs in a series against the struggling Marlins, the Phillies' offense could capitalize on this matchup. Despite expecting Spencer Turnbull to perform well against the Cardinals, he has historically struggled on the road with a career earned run average of 4.76 away from home. Additionally, Mikolas had a tough time at Busch Stadium last season with a high earned run average of 5.55. and 10 runs allowed in 12 innings against the Phillies. Considering these factors and the Cardinals' recent Monday game trends, we anticipate a high-scoring affair. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Arizona Diamondbacks versus Colorado Rockies. The Colorado Rockies are gearing up to kick off a 3-game series at home against the Arizona Diamondbacks starting on Monday. The Diamondbacks are coming off a tough series against Atlanta where they were swept, while the Rockies also stumbled in their series against Tampa Bay. Zach Gallen has had a strong start to his season, delivering impressive performances in his first 2 outings. Notably, he held the Rockies to just 1 run across 5 innings on opening day. On the flip side, Kyle Freeland had a rough time in that same game, giving up a whopping 10 runs on 10 hits in just 2.1 innings of work. Freeland's struggles aren't just limited to this season. Historically, he has had difficulty against the Diamondbacks. Meanwhile, Gallen has shown dominance against the Rockies, boasting a solid 2.43 earned run average over 6 starts at Coors Field. The Diamondbacks clearly have the upper hand in pitching, as evidenced by their ability to rack up 32 runs in their previous 4-game series against Colorado. Gallen has been exceptional early in the season, consistently performing at a high level. He is poised to continue this trend against a Rockies lineup that has shown inconsistency and a lack of discipline at the plate. On the other hand, Freeland's track record with strikeouts isn't stellar, and he's going up against a Diamondbacks offense that ranks in the top 5 for batting average and 2nd in strikeout rate. Colorado's offense has been notably absent through their first 10 games, and Freeland has struggled immensely, conceding 17 runs and 19 hits in just 5.2 innings of work. In contrast, Gallen, regarded as one of the league's top pitchers, has excelled, pitching 11 strong innings. Gallen has historically dominated the Rockies, making a strong case for the Diamondbacks to be seen as clear favorites on the mound in this matchup. While anything can happen in the high-altitude environment of Coors Field, Gallen seems poised for another standout performance. Expect the Diamondbacks to bounce back after their recent sweep, relying on Gallen's arm and a batting lineup that has shown promise so far. Therefore, the Arizona Diamondbacks money line is our full game side pick. As of Sunday, the Diamondbacks have been involved in games where the total runs exceed expectations in 6 out of their 9 contests. This season, they rank second in the league in runs per game, averaging 6.56, although this dips slightly to 6.5 runs per game when playing on the road. Their average combined score is 11 runs per game overall, which rises to 14 runs per game in away games early in the season. For the Rockies, the over has hit in 7 of their first 9 games, reflecting an average of 4.44 runs per game that jumps to 8 runs per game when playing at home. Their average total reaches 12.56 runs per game overall, skyrocketing to 15.5 runs per game specifically in their 2 home games leading up to Sunday. Despite Gallen's strong performances, Coors Field is notorious for transforming ordinary hits into home runs. The Rockies excel in producing extra base hits this season, ranking in the top 10 for both doubles and triples per game. Conversely, the Diamondbacks have displayed power with their ability to hit home runs consistently, rarely leaving runners stranded on base. Given Freeland's struggles in his last 2 starts and considering the home advantage for Colorado, this game is likely to see a high-scoring affair. Expect Freeland to face another tough outing, likely resulting in a high-scoring game that surpasses the predicted total. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Cubs versus San Diego Padres. The Chicago Cubs are gearing up to face the San Diego Padres in the opening game of a 3-game series on Monday night. The Cubs are coming off a commanding 8-1 victory at home against the Los Angeles Dodgers on Sunday, whereas the Padres suffered a close 3-2 defeat on the road against the San Francisco Giants. Presently, the Chicago Cubs seem to have the stronger overall team performance, especially with Javier Assad showing consistency on the mound. In contrast, the San Diego Padres are facing challenges in maintaining a steady form early in the season. The offensive statistics clearly highlight their contrasting fortunes, with the Cubs ranking 4th in the league with a .467 slugging percentage over the past week, while the Padres lag behind at 23rd with a .332 slugging percentage. Regarding bullpen performance, both teams have struggled somewhat, with Chicago ranking 17th with a 4.43 reliever earned run average and San Diego standing at 23rd with a 5.56 bullpen earned run average prior to this matchup. In terms of batting proficiency, the Cubs excel when ahead in the count, boasting a league-leading .376 team batting average in such situations. On the other hand, the Padres also demonstrate confidence, ranking 7th in MLB with a .295 team batting average under similar conditions. Considering these factors, the Chicago Cubs money line is our full game side pick. As of Sunday, the Chicago Cubs have seen the over hit in 5 out of 8 games played this season. Their offensive output has been impressive, averaging 6.25 runs per game, although this drops slightly to 4.67 runs per game when playing away from home. Overall, the Cubs games have averaged 11.38 runs, dipping slightly to 11.34 runs per contest on the road. Meanwhile, the San Diego Padres have witnessed a 5-1 over record in their games leading up to Sunday. They maintain a solid offensive average of 5.27 runs per game, which drops to an even 5 runs per game at their home field. The Padres' game totals typically hover around 10.45 runs per contest, edging down slightly to 10.43 runs per game at home. Although both teams possess potent offensive weapons, the starting pitchers are anticipated to dominate early innings and limit base runners. Javier Assad, who has yet to concede a run this season, and Yu Darvish, returning to form, will likely restrict scoring opportunities. Additionally, both teams have struggled to sustain offensive momentum, with the Padres ranking 2nd in baseball with 13 double plays and the Cubs tied for 7th with 8 double plays prior to this game. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Washington Nationals versus San Francisco Giants. The Washington Nationals are embarking on their first West Coast trip of the season, heading to San Francisco to take on the Giants in a 3-game series. So far, both teams have had a rough start, each losing 6 games. The Nationals have managed to win 3, while the Giants have 4 victories under their belt. Despite the Giants being considered the stronger team and likely favorites, they've had some inconsistency in their first 10 games. Trevor Williams had promising moments in his season debut, whereas Blake Snell required some time in the minor leagues before making his MLB appearance this season. It seems Snell may still be working towards his regular season form, which could lead to some errors as he progresses. Given these uncertainties, the Washington Nationals money line is our full game side pick. The Giants had a tough outing on Sunday, but they've been averaging over 4 runs per game this season. Similarly, the Nationals have been close with nearly 4 runs per game and have been adept at drawing walks, which helps tire out opposing bullpens early. This upcoming game presents a significant opportunity for Blake Snell to make an impression on Giants fans. Both teams are bringing high earned run averages into this matchup, with Snell, the former Cy Young winner, expected to have a limited pitch count around 70. The Nationals starter, Williams, has a history of giving up home runs, and he'll be facing a Giants team that has already hit 10 this season. This sets the stage for a potentially high-scoring game as both pitching staffs try to find their rhythm early in the season. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.